All right. So this next question is about reviews and responsiveness to this. And I've seen this as a big issue because everybody is, trying to get as much value as possible out of their local presence because Google is cutting into a lot of the traffic that lawyers are facing. But one of the areas that still is providing a ton of value for them is their Google business profile, where reviews are. And there's a bunch of benefits of getting reviews. But the question today is, do reviews and responsiveness really impact visibility and lead flow, or is that just a myth? So it's not a myth, and this is something that we haven't done exhaustive data-driven testing on this, but my theory or philosophy on this is always follows Google's guidance to some degree, and really what their business goals are, right? So what I mean by that is they're in the business of connecting people with answers, connecting people with service providers. And so if they connect somebody who doesn't pick up the phone, who isn't filling out their information online, it's not accurate, they're disincentivized to connect people to that provider. And so it's better for them if you are an active, engaged, responsive business. So in the sense of, or how that's related to the Google business side of this, is they've got a bunch of information that they want you to put in there to be, comprehensive about what you do, when you're open, all of that sort of thing, because they're tracking. They are looking to see, are people, clicking on your button and then immediately clicking on somebody else's a couple seconds later. All of that goes in their algorithm and works towards giving the user the best experience possible, which is going to default to the people who are more or less following their guidelines. So there's, a big piece of guidance here when it comes to Google business profiles and reviews specifically is essentially do all the things that are available. So make sure you fill out your Google business profile completely. Make sure you are using the right categorization. You talk, pretty plainly, but descriptively about your business. And then when you do get reviews, respond to them within 24 hours, and and make sure Google is seeing that you're doing that. You're a responsive business. And probably the bigger myth that I hear about, or not even myth, but just thing that worries people is they're really focused on, do I have a 5.0, or there's like one bad review and it really rubs them the wrong way. But from what we understand in conversations with Google Diamond product experts, who are essentially the closest thing to talking with Google, because they are actually invited and work with Google's team on Google business profile. So it's almost like a connection point between the broader market of marketers and Google. And so they get insight that most folks, don't have access to. There's only a handful of them in the world. We pay, to get this, to have them consult with us and tell us kind of what's going on the inside. And everything we hear, about this is that, basically Google doesn't really care about the exact number of reviews that you've gotten or the score. It's really just about responsiveness. And so don't avoid writing a negative review or writing back for a negative review just because it's negative, right? Get in there, respond, just be polite, move on, right? And get more. It's more about review velocity rather than trying to get just a 5-star review. So I would 100% say, especially as we're having this rise of AI search, these reviews are going to matter more and more, and not just on Google, but other platforms as well, because these platforms are increasingly looking for consensus. They're looking for multiple signals across different platforms that you are in fact the kind of best person for the job, right? You're the best family lawyer in your area. So I would be shooting for at least a review every week, and just get it, dial your team in to be asking for reviews all the time, every single time after you get a positive experience for the client or a positive result. Make sure you are making it extremely easy for them to get reviews. We have free review software. If anybody ever wants to use that, you don't have to be a client. We will provide that. It helps you get more reviews by running email and text campaigns to those people. Takes it off your plate. It's a nice little advantage that you can take from us.